That I once got to call home, actually, believe it or not. No, not the racetrack. The city. Yes, Kokomo, Indiana is where we are tonight, the city of first. And tonight it is week number 4 of the Short Track Super League Big Blocks as they are racing at Kokomo Speedway, this quarter-mile dirt oval. A fun one to race at, and we are looking forward to tonight's action here for a 50-lap main event this evening. I am the captain, Chris Scala, as we welcome you in to tonight. And you see the cars gridding on the track, and we will show you the starting lineup across the top of the screen for this heat race that is about to go racing. And you see Duranko up there on the pole. This is a pill draw, so you have no clue what heat race you're in until you basically look in the loading session of the screen or whatever when the setup's going up. And at that point, it tells you can either race or watch. And at that point, you know, oh, I'm in this event or I'm in that event. So definitely going to be a fun field here of, looks like 16 cars total about to go racing against 78 degrees, 70-degree track temp. It's actually pretty warm in Kokomo, as a matter of fact. 50-lap main event coming up here this evening. A very, very small and tight track, flat track. It's going to put on some fantastic racing here in mere moments. I am the captain, Chris Scala, as we welcome you into week 4 on Captain TV of dirt racing and big block cars. And it'll be a 10-lap heat race as Duranko leads Michael Steffen to the green flag. Joshua Hart, Peyton Talbot, Justin Sick, Jeremy Prey, Michael Benedetto, and Brent Osborne taking the green. Bronco to a pretty big lead here in this open setup race. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3. You see these guys splitting open 3, 4 wide. Again, very flat track, very tight turning radiuses. And you can't hear the cars at all. Sorry about that. I got this. Go the rest of the way. Peyton Talbot going to the front around Duranko. That 14 car looking fast from last week. He got a high line rolling. 6 laps to go. On the back straightaways, they're rolling to turn 3 and 4. The high line is the preferred groove. And here in a few minutes, I'll actually take the car out myself once heat racing's over and show you a couple laps around the city of First on the racetrack here. And the reason why Kokomo called the city of First, believe it or not, a lot of inventions here. First things first, people from this area. How about Norman Rockwell? Yes, Clifford the Big Red Dog was born and raised in this town. If you were a fan of 1990s wrestling, believe it or not, Ahmed Johnson. Remember the Pearl River, Mississippi release he was built for him? He's actually born and raised here in Kokomo. Along with many other superstar athletes and other people. The country group, I've got the first names already. Well, give me a second, I'll think about it. Anyways, Peyton Talbot continuing to lead by 1.4 over Justin Sick, and the white flag is out. How about Justin up 6 spots? He's definitely showing he's going to be somebody to race with tonight. Back straightaway, he's not going to have enough for Peyton Talbot. It looks like everybody will advance, so there will not be an elimination or anything, but Talbot wins at 6th. Duranko Osborne up to 4th. Joshua Hart, Jeremy Prey, Michael Steffen, and Michael Benedetto. They're going to be working to fix that setup in Matt's car. Low Cash. That's who I'm thinking of from this area. All right, heat race number 2. Patrick Cobb, Gunnar Harris going to be on the front row. Ryan Wagenschultz and Joshua Burton, Justin Pennecoffey, Joey Ladassour, Sean Yates, and Robbie Swann will be the 9 starters in this one. And these races go by very, very quickly. Going to roll off. I mentioned the city of first inventions. A lot of people claim that the first automobile was born right here in Kokomo. It's a very heavy union-based town. A lot of like Chrysler and places are actually operated out of this town. But an awesome city to live in. I enjoyed the 3 years I got to live there. Believe it or not, about 1.5 miles southeast of this track is a huge praying mantis in downtown. And I mean a statue. All right, so the 02, Patrick Cobb, and the 54, Gunnar Harris going to lead into the green flag. Here we go. Heat number 2 underway. Gunnar with a high line jump. There's 3 wide here. This 66 to the bottom, going to try to slide it up. Look at the 37 down here at the bottom of the track. That's Robbie Swann starting in the back. Sometimes you just got to go with 8. Robbie down here. Works way around. Patrick Cobb has gone around and on his top and back on his wheels. To the 02. Ride that cushion. Okay, so far. Runs the fastest lap of the race and then clips the outside wall and goes up on his lid. Unfortunate break there for the 02. Continue on, he pulls off the track as the 54 Gunnar Harris leads by 1.4 over Burton. And here's your battle right now. Burton, Swann, and Wagenschultz. Robbie continues to roll that bottom lane. Come up, 2 laps to go here. Couple viewers watching us so far, appreciate that. As the white flag comes down. For Gunnar Harris in the 54 cars, he will cross the start-finish line off of turn 4. He'll steal the race number 2. Burton, Wagenschultz, Swann finishes 4th with Yates, Pennecoff, and Joey Ladassour in the 7th position. And that'll be it. So we will warm up from here. So this is my opportunity. For those watching, go out here. I'm going to run a couple laps myself on the test surface and let you see what Kokomo is all about from an onboard. Let me bring my heights down a little bit. So as I mentioned, 1 gear on the car, so you come out here, a very interesting pit road. I just realized that my wheel is at 300 degrees for some reason. This thing's going to turn really quickly. But very short straightaways and just very tight corners here, climbing the banking in turn 3 and 4. Well, don't go that way. Sometimes when you give it too much grip. You can run up here at the top. You see how it kind of progressively goes up in the banking a little bit. Back straight away here. Run around again. Yeah, that's what Kokomo is all about. Very tight corners, very small straightaways, a very small track at 3/4 or not even 3/4 mile, quarter mile, and who's going to end up right here in victory lane? Oh, now my wheel goes back to... and somebody's out on track and they're not supposed to be. Uh-oh. Oh, wait, that's me. Never mind. This is your chance real quickly while we're in a intermission session. You can go get yourself something to drink or whatever you need here for the race. That'll begin here very shortly. Less than 30 seconds away. We'll grid them up here and go racing for 50 laps in the main event. So the cars are going to start the grid right here. And let's go over the starting lineup for the main event this evening. Peyton Talbot wins the pole with the win in the heat race number 1. Heat race 2's winner, Gunnar Harris, will start second. Justin Sick and Joshua Burton in row number 2. Alan Duranko and Ryan Reigenschultz, row 3. Row 4, Brent Osborne, Robbie Swann. Row number 5, Joshua Hart and Shane Yates. Row number 6, you'll see Jeremy Prey and Justin Pentecoff. Row number 7, Michael Steffen, Joey Ladessor. Row 8, Michael Benedetto, Patrick Cobb, the Indiana driver. And Kevin Davis is the admin tonight, so we'll see 16 cars on track. 50 laps of racing we're on with. Here we go. Only green flag laps will count in the race. And they roll off for 2 quick laps around this track. So Gunnar Harris unfortunately missed the start. He had a computer issue, but admins are going to let him roll back out. As the green comes out, feature racing for Kokomo. So what you'll see is the 54 is going to pull back on track here in just a second. And he will join the field. It'll likely be a lap down or so. As Peyton Talbert leads lap 1. Here's Justin Sick, Joshua Bird, Ryan Wagenschultz, and Durango. Look at the bottom line down here with Brent Osborne. Very wide racetrack to race on. The problem, there's only really one preferred groove, and that is the top of this track. But Brent Osborne running the bottom. One gear in these cars, so you don't have to worry about any kind of shifting or anything. Osborne ran his fastest lap that time by. You see the 109 on his outside of Al Durango. You got Wagenschultz out there to his right. Right here, outside line, the 66 also there. Wagenschultz, I mentioned that red and black car up top. The 37 of Robbie Swann finally getting up to the top of the track. He was on the bottom the whole time. We got our first caution out. First caution on the track. And it's Joshua Hart, it looks like. The 58 is going around. And the Hulk has had some issues. Oh, and he gets in the back of the 55 and turns it over and puts it back on all fours. Almost gets hit there by Benedetto. Hollywood does a good job missing him. Caution out for the first time. Now, Gunnar Harris did stay on the lead lap, I believe. Getting out on the track, so nice job by him. As Talbot leads, we'll have single file restarts as they always do on the dirt. Actually, no, I believe they'll go double. I just thought about that. They go single after 10 to go. We'll have pretty quick restarts here and go back racing really, really quickly. Here we go. Talbot back on the pedal. Look at Osborne up to the second position with Burton and Wagenschultz and Swann, your top 5. These cars leaning on each other through these corners. Oh, one car is climbing. Who was that back there? That was the 12 of Shane Yates. Went climbing, and I think that suspension's broken on that thing. As here comes Osborne working that bottom line on Talbot, just like last week. We were out at Williams Grove, and these two went to war with each other, and here they go again. Shortest way around versus the fastest way around. Joshua Burton trying to run that high side, and Robbie Swann back where he was earlier in the heat race. We got people running the ultimate bottom and people running the ultimate top. Harvicking and larcening on dirt. With Wagenschultz and also the 5 of Justin Sick, who had a great heat race. Not the best to start so far here. How about Stefan up to the 6th position? His whole team went to work on a setup after the 3 of them all finished in the back of their 2 heat races. The 19 of Josh Burton has followed back. He's getting sandwiched by cars, and that 19 is not up to speed. Not sure what's going on with him. As caution is out for the second time. And Justin Sick going to be the reason. Ryan goes into the corner, tries to slide up on the 66, and they hit each other. Maybe a little net code, not sure, but the 5 the lazy spin, and everybody moves on. And the cars double up. We'll go back green. Again, caution laps don't count, so we'll go back green at lap 18. Do something a little different here for this restart. Let's go on board with Michael Steffen for the restart. You're almost constantly turning around this track the whole time. One car down at the bottom there of them. The 117, Jeremy Bray making an appearance up here into the top 6. As you see up front, Peyton Talbot now leading. Robbie Swann up to second. Osborne up there in that top side in the 3rd position. Back here, Osborne, a little bit of a chop on Swann for P2. And now going to try to get Talbot. Look at this, 3 wide pretty much here at the bottom with Steffen. The 54 is also in there of Gunnar Harris, who has worked his way back up in after missing the start of the race. How about 4 wide down the straightaway? Yikes! Oh, there was barely room for that 19 to squeeze through. Fantastic. Joshua Burton running a high, wide, and handsome out here. Oh, caution back out. Caution's out. And looks like I didn't get to see who it was. Maybe Ryan Wagenschultz, who was towed to pit road. See what happens. Ryan's right on board with the 66, the Michigan driver. Running up against the cushion. Oh, he's going to climb the wall. Rail slide, little Tony Hawkin. Well, hate when that happens. We'll come back to green right at the halfway point. Lap 25, 25 to go. On into turn number 1, Robbie Swann trying to get the lead from Talbot. Caution comes back out. And Justin Sick. And they're saying contact with Michael Steffen, apparently, also bringing out the caution here. Let's see. Texas driver, and oh, Steffen cleans him out. So it was not Justin Sick, apologize to that. But Gunnar Harris, the Texas driver, getting turned. Go lead it back. Good restart. Here's Osborne driving it to the bottom. Looks by Swann for second. Look up here, Patrick Cobb, who was on his lid a little bit ago. 3, almost 4 wide, turn 2 and 3. All over this place. Alan Duranko up here in the front of this pack. Get the 117 of Jeremy Prey. Behind Osborne there in the 9-9. You got the 55 here of Petticoff. And caution back out. Issues for Joshua Harth, it looks like. Benedetto gets in the art and sends it back. The old hip check, as I like to call it. Joshua Hart is being parked, not allowed to make pit stops in this series. And unfortunately, Benedetto got into the 58 after he came off pit road, and he'll get the EOL for the caution. So here we go, green flag back out. Can anyone get Talbot? Making that high line work out so well. It's getting kind of slick up there, but you're still able to carry the momentum off the corners. You see a lot of the cars starting to work their way down to the bottom here to see if they can get it to work. 0-2 up there clipping the wall. Steffen down there in the bottom at 669 after his EOL a second ago, but Talbot out to about a half-second lead. He's actually starting to stretch it out now on the 99 of Osborne. So you wonder, yeah, you see the slickness now at the bottom. You might have wondered if they've worn out the bottom lane now. So now, well, the whole entire track's starting to get slickened up. You wonder if maybe going to the middle might be the way to go now. New third-place car, Alan Duranko. Stepping up to the 5th position there, Patrick Cobb. You got Jeremy, make that Justin Petticoff there in the 55. Jeremy Prey right there behind him also, and Justin Sick in the 5. Behind Peyton Talbot, who just continues to run lap after lap after lap in the 12-7 to 13-1 laps. Definitely got this big block under control. Second place, Brent Osborne. Last time by a 13-2. Robbie Swann continuing to try to get the bottom to work for him. Back here's the nearest battle. As you see the 19 trying to get to the outside here. The 117 is Burton. Prey is in here. Gunnar Harris here. He comes flying in there. Also the 5, as I mentioned, of Justin 6. You see all the different lines. This is what's making dirt track racing so fun to watch. I might not be good at racing it, but at least I can do my best to call it and tell you what I'm seeing. with your cars all over the place. That's a simple way of doing it right there. And caution back out. Michael Benedetto, Hollywood has towed it. So with 6 laps to go, trying not to get lapped by Talbot. No, he climbs the wall and it hits the barrel right in front of the leader, right in front of second. Everybody's going to get through as Benedetto's on his top. And that'll give us a 5-lap shootout to the finish. This will be a single file restart since there's less than 10 laps to go. And down the banking comes the 14. Talbot leading them back. Osborne with a pretty good job. Sends it into one. He tries a slider. Not available. That might cost him second. Oh, he clips the wall a little bit as now Swann takes second. Here comes the 109 of Duranco also. Four to go for Talbot. Osborne going to go P2. Here comes Duranco on the outside, trying to get the last spot in the podium. Swann able to hold on to second right now in the middle of the corner. The Highline's going to prevail. Peyton Talbot been the one dominating this race. He's led every lap flag to flag. And sees the final lap this time by. Nobody going to be able to compete with the 14 tonight as he leads every lap. It scores another feature win. This time, Kokomo goes to Peyton Talbot. Osborne, Swann, Duranco. Steph in your top 5. Talbot parks right up there in victory lane. We take a look at the race results. Bob Schwartz Ford. Yep, I know exactly where that's at. Up there in Kokomo. As Peyton Talbot wins it by 9/10 of a second over Brent Osborne. Robbie Swann third. Alan Duranco finishing fourth. Michael Steffen your top 5. Justin Penikoff 6th. Patrick Cobb 7th. Justin Sick finishing 8th with Jeremy Prey 9th and Joshua Burton 10th. Gunnar Harris, Joey Ladesor, Michael Benedetto, Joshua Hart, Ryan Wagenschultz. Also Shane Yates and Kevin Davis did not start the race, so 16 cars finishing and one guy going to victory lane tonight. And that guy being Peyton Talbot. We'll talk to him in just a minute. And old Peyton T is in the chat here, and we'll bring him down here. Peyton Talbot starting to get used to the old victory lane here for you tonight. Another victory, this time in the city of First of Kokomo, Indiana. You get yourself another feature win. Were you worried at all about the bottom line? It looked like for a while it had some competition there. Then it got slickened up, it looked like a little bit. Were you any at all worried about that line?
For a little bit there, but the top line was just too dominant here, so we were able to walk away on the top.
Well, do me a favor. We're going to kind of repeat the first question I asked you because I didn't have the button on. I didn't realize just now until you got into that answer. But real quickly, again, the feelings of winning at Kokomo.
Yeah, I got to thank DNA Designs and Speed Shop. Corey hooked me up with wicked good sets, and I got to thank him for giving us a wicked fast car here tonight.
And I think that actually was his exact answer verbatim the first time he answered it off the microphone. But
it was.
That's well done, Peyton. Great job tonight. But, talk about the dirt and these big block cars. What makes it so fun to drive these things?
I just think because these cars are just, you can race them basically anywhere. You can run 2-3 wide. They're just really racy.
Well, great job tonight, Peyton. Send shout out to whoever you like to.
Once again, DNA Designs and Speed Shop, Fastline Performance, Ted's Body Shop, JC Landscaping, Northeast Forestry, Pig Fab Chassis, everyone that watches, supports, and I think that's all I got.
There you go. Well done tonight, man. Second win, I believe it is, of this short season, so great job.
Thank you.
Absolutely. As Peyton wins the thing and finishing second once again is Brent Osborne, as Brett's getting closer and closer, it seems like, to him, and you were getting runs, it seemed like, but it looked like the only chance you really had was that bottom line.
Yeah, running there good at the start. Bottom went away there a little bit faster than I hoped, and it just kind of went away and just kind of had to ride around the top. Peyton had that deal hooked up around the boards up there, so a good win to him.
Was it the fact that it seemed like a lot of cars started migrating down to the bottom as the top got slickened up a little bit that maybe caused that bottom to wear out quicker?
Yeah, I think so. I think maybe Peyton and a few other people was the ones up there running the top. Everybody else just kind of went to the bottom. So you're putting, 10 times as many laps on the bottom as you are the top. So it's going to slicken up way faster.
Did you feel like if you were able to jump ahead of Peyton, could you have held him off?
I think so. It was just kind of whoever I felt like whoever kind of started in front of the other was going to win it there. And maybe if I got past him there on the bottom at one point, maybe I could have held it in front of him, but he was really strong around the top there.
Well, great job tonight in second place finish, and shout out to whoever you like to, bud.
Yeah, DNA Designs and Speed Shop, and down Range Transport.
Well, great job this evening in finishing in P2.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. That is Brent Osborne. Him and Peyton been battling it out the last couple weeks and getting themselves a 1-2, but the guy that put on a pretty good show tonight, the Mr. Lowline, I guess we'll call him tonight, Robbie Swann. He pretty much had the low line to himself most of the race, and then everybody came down there with him and kind of lost out on the groove when it was all over with. But Robbie, a great fight there and come back in a third-place finish for you.
Thank you very much. I'm pretty happy with finishing third. Kokomo is definitely not my strongest track, and the Rocket Racing setups, they always bring something fast, and I was glad to be able to make it work.
What is it? It seems like for the short time, I've obviously been broadcasting dirt races and stuff. I've heard a lot of mixed opinions about this Kokomo track. Is it the fact that it's so wide and small, basically at the same time, where it's tight corners and just you're barely on any kind of straightaway?
Well, I mean, to be completely honest, it is pretty bunched up. The races tend to be a hornet's nest, so I've always avoided Kokomo, to be honest. I've only run probably a handful of these races here, so pretty happy with how it came out, and I just knew I just needed to get up front and just keep it up there and avoid the mess in the back.
Well, you did a pretty good job of that tonight, so congratulations, and send shout-outs to whoever you like to.
I just want to thank Rocket Racing Setups, my sponsor, and Sim Racing Graphics, the guys that run the Short Track Super League, my girlfriend Presley, and you for these awesome broadcasts, man. Thank you.
No, absolutely appreciate that, Robbie, and we'll hopefully talk next week.
I hope so.
Sounds good. Hey, you do the same. Thank you very much, Robbie Swann, joining us tonight as he finishes in the third position. So, well, just like that, I feel like we just started, and we're leaving Kokomo now. So, what a fun race it was, and apologies for the volume issues, by the way. That usually happens once a week, it seems like to me, because I just forget to hit a button. But anyways, that is all for us tonight. Next time you'll see us here for the Dirt Series. Let me go peek at the schedule really quickly. It is right here in front of me. And we go to Cedar Lake next week for some great big block racing. We'll have that for you at 9:15 as usual. So hopefully you'll come and join us for that next Monday night. Tomorrow night, TI Racing IndyCar Series from Monza. That'll be a fun one. We'll see you at 7:45 tomorrow evening. And congratulations to our winner, Peyton Talbot, on the win. And always remember, this isn't just a game, it's iRacing. See ya!
Let go of fear, you're holding the fire smoldering, it's starting all over again. I got a feeling that I ought to know it, burning inside. I got a feeling that I ought to know it, yeah. Every time I grip the wheel, I begin to feel I know what I'm in for. Why not go right? You got a fix for me, you know what I need. Oh, it's a breakneck speed. Might as well enjoy the ride. The air around exploding. Get strong.